Yes, sir.
From the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night, this is exciting Imperial Valley football on VSNSports.net, the Valley Sports Network, and your source for Imperial Valley sports. For John Moreno and Butch Morales, this is Vic Carrillo here at beautiful Willis Ward Field on a beautiful October evening as the Calexico Bulldogs hosting the visiting El Centro Spartans in one of their annual affairs that dates back to the mid-1915, 16, 17s. And John Moreno will provide us with an accurate date on that. It's also symbolically the 90th anniversary of the Willis Ward injury that resulted in his death playing against Central. And this field has thus been honored in his name, so his legacy continues on. We'll pause as they play the national anthem, honoring the flag of the United States.
Their trips formation. There's that handoff. Going deep. Loera Rodriguez. Touchdown, Calexico.
Wow. He just threw it
on
up.
4th and 25.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to VSN, the Valley Sports Network, and your source for Imperial Valley Sports, Bulldog Media 2023. As we welcome you all to Willis Ward Field, we have a second game of the Imperial Valley League season in this 2023 campaign. The 1-0 Central Spartans, after a resounding 42-6 victory over the Southwest Eagles in the battle for the city championship in El Centro, and the Calexico Bulldogs, after leading in the second half 14-9 at Imperial at Simpson Shimamoto Stadium, giving up 17 points in the final quarter and dropping a heartbreaker to the Imperial Tigers. But you throw out the records, ladies and gentlemen, anytime the Spartans of El Centro and the Bulldogs of Calexico tangle on the gridiron. But with no further ado, let's welcome the voice of choice, the real deal, that master blaster, your friend and mine, Johnny Moe, John Moreno Brown.
Vic, there's excitement in the air here at Willis Ward Field as the Bulldogs are hosting the Central Spartans going back to 1915 in a matchup that has been going on over 100 years. We'd like to welcome our guest analyst, future analyst, Mr. Butch Morales.
Hey, thank you, John. It's awesome being here tonight again and watching some great football tonight. I'm excited. I can't get that feeling that I get every single time like I'm playing a game, but obviously now calling a game, which is a total different experience, but I'm enjoying it. I'm glad I'm here. I'm looking forward to a really tough, close game. We'll see how each team's prepared for each other tonight.
Butch, could you summarize the two different offenses, where they may be similar or different? El Centro likes to pass more often than not, and Calexico with a new quarterback in Bobby Montejano, and Central replacing Damian Rodriguez, who passed for 1,900 yards plus last year and 19 touchdowns, and that versatile back Charlie Sullivan, who rushed for 1,400 yards and 19 TDs. What can you tell us about what David Peña has done with his spread offense this season?
I'm looking forward to see what he's going to evolve into going into this IVL league game. So obviously he wants to stay on top, but he's going to have to hopefully go over the top over the top of the defense. He's known for spreading out the football, getting the ball out of the quarterback's hand quickly. The quicker he gets it out of his hands, the less of a mistake he could make himself. So I'm curious to see if they're going to try to attack and expand and lengthen the field tonight against these Bulldogs who've been susceptible to a big pass plays. They did a great job against the Tigers last week, so I'm looking forward to that.
Well, Artie Estrada had 24 receptions last year for 497 yards. This year he already has 38 receptions for double the amount of yardage. He's averaging over 16 yards per reception, and he's been their big go-to guy, not only with the pass, but kickoff or punt returns, as just to do it all. On the Bulldog side, you have Marco Esquer and Andrew Rivera that kind of try to fill that role for the Calexico Bulldogs. But what can you tell us about a receiver like Artie Estrada?
Artie Estrada is versatile. He is able to catch very well and in traffic, and he's able to stretch the field. Not only that, he's got track speed. That means that you could give him the ball right away and use his talent, which is speed. And just like everybody says, speed kills in the game of football. So I'm looking forward to see how they utilize him tonight. And Calexico also has Frankie Loera Rodriguez, who could also stretch the field. So we'll see what they're able to do tonight.
Tonight's captains are number 4, Marco Esquer, number 9, Bobby Montejano, number 10, Leo Canchola, and number 2, Andrew Rivera in garnet and white uniforms for the Bulldogs. For the Spartans, you have Jared Martin, who's not going to be playing tonight, but he has his jersey on, along with Artie Estrada, Fisher, Russell Fisher, as well as Nehemiah Perez, number 8. Tonight's referees for this game, an outstanding crew headed by the white hat. The referee is Jesse J.J. Jackson. The umpire is James Bentley. The head linesman is Bruce Hartsock. The line judge will be John Robb, and the back judge, Michael Garcia. So we welcome back Butch Morales. Continue with your thought, Butch.
No, I'm just, like I mentioned, I'm excited. I want to see how these teams will basically attack each other. I want to see the defenses, how aggressive they're going to be. I'm curious to see if Calexico brings in a lot of heat, meaning linebacker blitzes to keep that sophomore quarterback, Luis Jimenez, who's been playing good ball for them, or I believe Jaden Real is the other quarterback. So I'm curious to see how they utilize both of them tonight.
Well, Jaden Real will be starting, but Luis Jimenez has been filling up the statistics sheet. He comes into the game with a 127 quarterback rating. He's attempted 77 passes with 53 completions for 719 yards, a 13.6 average per pass. He averages 102 yards passing per game. Real has 41 completions on 76 attempts for 58 yards per game, and but his quarterback rating is only 50.9. Elaborate on that, the difference and the discrepancy.
Well, it's being careful with the football, making the right decisions, going to the right read, going to where the receiver's open and not turning the ball over, or putting in bad situations where your team can't progress and get first downs.
Well, when you talk about turnovers, I think he comes into the game with 5 interceptions in those limited passes. So that's a factor. So, John.
Well, the Bulldogs won the toss. They've deferred, and there will kick off as we start this second league game of the 2023 season. Dominic Diaz kicking off for the Bulldogs, and back to receive for the Central Spartans, number 9, Artie Estrada.
So Artie Estrada is the key returner. Dominic Diaz has flashed a strong kicking leg, John, as 7 of his kicks have gone into the end zone for touchbacks. And so we're looking for a deep kick from Dominic Diaz and Artie
Estrada and Joshua Garcia are in the back to return.
Right, and they have blazing speed. Artie's already run one to the house, and as well as a punt return. So Mr. Excitement may be ready to put points on the board right away. So, John, do you toss out the records? You fasten the chin strap, fix your pants, tighten the shoelaces on your cleats, and you go toe-to-toe.
And don't forget that mouthpiece. You got to put that mouthpiece in, because it's going to be some hard-hitting action tonight.
Do you ever wonder, John, how a quarterback is able to bark out the signals with that mouthpiece, particularly an ill-fitting one, Gil? I mean, Butch.
Now they make them kind of thin now for quarterback-specific ones. For you'll see them at the college level or at the pro level, but it is difficult having to talk with that piece of plastic in your mouth.
So what is a requirement? Because you see a lot of quarterbacks putting the mouthpiece up on the top of their face mask, and I don't really see them inserted in their mouth before the play's called. Is it mandatory?
I believe in high school it is. I'm not too positive, but I'm almost positive that it is, because you don't want these kids to be tackling or hitting someone without a mouthpiece and getting their mouth injured.
Well, we're just waiting for the clock to wind down, and this is the longest 30 seconds. As we can see, the boys are waiting.
And still awaiting. So, John, you're fired up. You come out of the locker room after the pregame warm-ups, the handshake, the coin toss, and then all of a sudden you're told to wait.
It's like the Army. Hurry up and wait. But and now we're set to go now. Charlie, let's get this show on the road.
Let's get it on.
12-minute quarters, Dominic Diaz. Here we go. The second game of the IVL. Brawley and Southwest are gaining out tonight, and that is with Will Torres, Ron Rubio, and Mike Swearingen. They'll let that one go, and the Spartans will take it at the 20. Flags. We see a flag on the play.
So offensively, El Centro will go with Jonathan Real, number 10, to start at quarterback, but you're going to see number 6, Luis Jimenez, a sophomore, in for a lot of plays as well. Handling the running duties is number 2, Nico Viesca. Sprinkle in a little number 4, Braden Mayo, a senior, an outstanding runner, 25 rushes for 89 yards. He has 1 touchdown to his credit off a 39-yard interception return early in the season, but he can flash that speed, particularly if he gets to the outside. And then you have Emiliano Morales on a jet sweep. The wideouts are Nehemiah Perez, Joshua Garcia, and that standout, Arturo Estrada, a 3-year All-Valley returning veteran. Manning the offensive line, the center is number 64, Russ Butler. On the left side, you have 74, Jesse Blackburn, and number 58, Israel Santiago. On the right side, you have at guard, number 65, Joshua Munoz, and right tackle, number 77, Alexander Lopez. They may flip-flop positions, and but tonight, expect everything. As you have double-doubles opening up for Central as the ball is back to their 10-yard line. John Moreno with a call.
A penalty on the Spartans. Jimenez. And nowhere to go, and that is that Viesca? Number 2.
Number 2, Viesca. Number 2, Viesca.
And was thrown back, pushed back, and now they'll spot the ball at the 9-yard line.
Well, Viesca comes in with 122 carries for 630 yards on the season after 7 games, a 5.2 average, 90 yards per game. But, John, more importantly, he has 12 touchdowns to his credit.
Jimenez out of the shotgun.
Viesca with a carry.
And will take it to the 15. Picks up 6.
And he's brought down by number 21, Noel Gastelum. Bulldogs defensively will go with Leonel Canchola, Andrew Rivera, Marco Esquer, Jonathan Pacheco, Leo Canchola. Luis Alcala will play mostly offense tonight, but he will see some action at linebacker, and Frankie Rodriguez will give you the remaining starters after this play.
3rd and 6, Jimenez dropping back. Flare pass to the left side. It's caught. Number 6, number 5, going all the way down the far sideline just like that.
That's Emiliano Morales.
10-5 touchdown Central. Unbelievable.
So
Caught the dump and run, yards after catch is exactly what you were talking about, Vic.
Right, an 85-yard touchdown pass, catch, and run, as that's what David Rookie Peña likes to do. He wants his receivers to get yards after the catch, not just to be possession receivers. And the surprising thing is that Morales, who caught that touchdown pass, is more of a possession receiver. He only averages 5.6 yards per catch, but he really added to that total, Butch, 85 yards. Your thoughts?
He sure did. On offense like rookie runs, you have to have a defense that, have to have those corners be able to come up and make tackles. Otherwise, that was just a poor angle that the defensive back took. Morales, who has great speed as well, was able to elude him. And then once he gets out in the open field, it's about speed. Who could catch who, and nobody caught him.
So, right off the bat, on their third play of their first offensive series, they score a big touchdown play. Is that a backbreaker, or Calexico now will have to show their true mettle to see how resilient and how they can get back into this ball game?
It starts from the leadership position. It starts from the head coach, the coaches, the self-leadership from their peers, the quarterback. They got to rally them, and there's still a lot of football game left, and it's just started.
Okay, well, let's see how Calexico responds to this kickoff from number 30 for the Spartans. That's David Martinez.
Number 16, Miguel Vega, Vic.
Okay, 16, Miguel Vega. Martinez is their place kicker. I stand to be corrected for, what is it?
Frankie Loera
Second
Rodriguez
time
at the
this game.
10, bringing it up. Evades one tackler and is brought down at the 33.
So the Bulldogs will go with Bobby Montejano at quarterback. He'll be joined in the backfield with Andrew Rivera and Luis Alcalá, along with Noel Gastelum at fullback. The wideouts are Marco Esquer, Leo Canchola, and Frankie Rodriguez, give or take a play. Center is Chris Nunez, number 72. The left side of the line is Josmar Alvarado, number 62. Left tackle, 73, Joseph Guzman. The right side is Javier Rodriguez, wearing jersey number 51. And the right tackle is number 59, Damian Sanchez. And coming back with a play-by-play call, your friend and mine, Johnny Mo, John Moreno Brown.
Thank you, Vic. 1st and 10 for Calexico at the 34. 10:30 to go, first quarter. Bulldogs down 7-0. Looks like there's a timeout. And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Could you use help with your electric bill? Imperial Irrigation District, your public power provider, offers several payment assistance programs. Our income-qualified customers can save up to 20 or 30% on their electric bill and also receive assistance if they face service disconnection for non-payment. For assistance, call us at 1-800-303-7756. Visit one of our customer service centers or find us online at iid.com. IID, where customers always come first.
Intercare, since 1970. When it comes to healthcare, Intercare is here to help, with locations throughout the Imperial Valley. Intercare, improving the health and wellness of the community.
Stretch it, go over the top.
We're back live here at Willis Ward Field. The Bulldogs on our 1st and 10. Just returned the kickoff to the 33 by Frankie Loera Rodriguez. Bobby Montejano and Noel Gastelum in the back. Marco Esquer split to the far side. Canchola in the slot. Noel Gastelum finds a hole and will take it to about the 37, a pickup of 4.
Gastelum comes into the game, John, with 40 carries for 243 yards at 6.1 average. He averages 41 yards per game. His longest run is 26 yards, and he has 3 touchdowns to his credit. The main scorer for the Bulldogs is number 11, Luis Alcalá, who has 4 touchdowns to his credit and 294 yards rushing, a 9.5 average on 31 carries.
2nd and 6. Esquer in motion. Gastelum with the handoff. And it's taking a horde of Spartans to bring him down, only picking up 2 yards. Takes it to the 39.
Defensively, the Spartans go with number 3, Alex Trejo, number 4, Braden Mayo, 5, Emiliano Morales, 7, Matthew Lizaola, 8, Nehemiah Perez, 9, Artie Estrada, 12, Josuel Rodriguez, will be calling his name out a lot, Gavin Mora, 14, Joshua Garcia, 19. And look out for Ethan Thomas, Jomari Connor, Elijah Savedo, Isaiah Aguirre, and Malachi Ocon.
3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs. Canchola with a handoff. Gets the first down and more and takes it almost to midfield. And he's dropped by number 43 for the Spartans.
Along with number 14, Gavin Mora, and 43, Elijah Acevedo.
So 1st and 10 for Calexico.
So continuing on that defense, 55, Felix Aguirre, along with 59, Davian Hartfield, 47, Ryan Smith, and 75, the load, Max Fimbres. So, John, the teams look evenly matched from a physicality standpoint in size. Jared Martin, that standout defensive end, still missing due to an injury.
Canchola gets a block, but not enough. Will pick up 1 yard.
And if there's a silver lining in the sky, John, Martin is expected to come back next week when the Spartans take on Imperial.
We're getting to the meat and potatoes of the IVL, Vic. 2nd and 9 for Calexico. 8:09 remaining first quarter.
Meat and potatoes. I bet you don't add ketchup to that, right, John?
Unless it's a ribeye, you add nothing. So we have Canchola in the back, Marco Esquer split to the far side, Frankie Loera Rodriguez near side, and Andrew Rivera in the slot. Bobby Montejano will take it, crosses midfield, takes it to the Spartan 48, pick up a 4.
Now, Butch, Central came out throwing early in their first offensive series. Calexico has been keeping it on the ground. Is that by design, or they want Montejano to get more comfortable in the pocket?
I think it's part of their game plan. I think they want to keep the offense on the field and keep driving and keep eating clock and keep getting positive yards and get first downs.
So they want to maintain control of the trenches, and that's where the game is won.
Absolutely.
3rd and 5 for Calexico. Costellum in the backfield now. 3 receivers here to the near side. Costellum will take the handoff. Gets a good sweep. Gets a good block down the near sideline to the 30, to the 28. First down, Calexico picking up about 15 yards and more.
And that was number 12 for the Spartans, making that tackle, Josuel Rodriguez, along with number 56 for the Spartans, that being Michael Fisher. So the Spartans bending but not breaking, but not until a first down was picked up by the Calexico running game. The ball advanced inside the 30 to the 28. So the green zone, you have special plays, John, that you call inside the 40. And then when we get into the red zone, the 20 to the goal line, another set of plays.
1st and 10 at the 28. Costellum in the backfield. Shotgun snap to Montejano. And nothing there.
Nobody fooled on that play on the Spartan defense.
6 minutes remaining, first quarter.
Number 64 for the Spartans in to make that stop. That being Russ Butler, a senior, goes at 2:35. Bulldogs faced with a 2nd and 9. Well, it looks like they lost 2 yards there. 2nd and 12.
Yeah, it was a loss. So it's 2nd and 12. The ball at the 30-yard line. Loera Rodriguez and Esquer split to the far side. Andrew Rivera here. Oh. Bad snap. Rivera picks it up. Makes do. And will cross the 30 to the 29. Okay. Almost the original line of scrimmage. And see, those are the mistakes we talked about.
Well, Calexico had a bad snap against Imperial, that the ball was snapped out of the end zone, and that started the momentum for the Imperial Tigers in the fourth quarter as they scored 17 unanswered points and pulled out a victory.
3rd and long.
You know, and it's uncharacteristic because Calexico was playing error-free football coming into league. You know, and that's what was the impressive.
Montejano over the middle, right side caught, and Andrew Rivera, they'll down it at 20-21.
The ball hit the ground, can't cause a fumble, right?
Right.
I think they called him down, and the ball was on the ground, and luckily they didn't turn over.
So the type of defense that Central is running, what are some effective pass routes to counter that defense?
Well, that was a little, just a little hook route right by the safety. He was open and got positive yards, close to a first down.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you heard that analysis, and now we welcome back John Moreno with the play-by-play.
4th and 2, ball at the 20. They got to get past the 18. Shotgun snap from Montejano, another bad snap, but he'll take it forward and get that first down. He'll take it to the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 for Calexico.
Well, John, you'd like to say that was by design. Hike it high to a little above his right shoulder, but Montejano, with his athleticism, was able to turn a mistake into something positive, and the Bulldogs get a much-needed first down to keep this drive alive, as that was a 4th down play, so it'll be 1st and 10 at the Spartan 17-yard line. Bulldogs going right to left here on your visual screen. The Spartans defending the northern goal here at Willis Ward Field along Andrade Avenue.
Canchola, Rivera in motion. Shotgun snap to Montejano, pass intended for Rivera, incomplete as number 12. Josiel Rodriguez in there.
Was covering. Pass out on the flat, Butch, a little slightly underthrown.
He had some pressure up the middle. They didn't do a good job blocking there, but he had to rush it. But he could have thrown it with more intent. A little stronger throw would have gotten it there.
2nd and 10 for Calexico at the Spartan 17. 3:16 remaining first quarter.
Well, this is a strong, consistent response by the Bulldogs after that big play offensive touchdown by Morales to give the Spartans that early 6-0 lead.
Timeout is called with 3:16 remaining first quarter. Discover your dream home with Mark Esqued Realty. Our dedicated team is committed to finding the perfect property for you. Trust Mark Esqued Realty for all your property needs. Mark Esqued, the mark of excellence. And for the best burgers in town, it's Burgers and Beer in El Centro. Come watch the VSN Game of the Week at Burgers and Beer. We are dedicated to serve our community through partnerships, professionalism, and uncompromising excellence. The El Centro Police Department. La Fonda Bar and Grill, a fiesta of flavor in every bite. Experience the vibrant taste of Mexico at La Fonda, an El Centro tradition. By Imperial Flyer Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Proud supporter of our U.S. military and Imperial Valley communities. By the Imperial County Mental Health Department. Visit our website, icphd.org. By Letterman and Bros. Have you earned your varsity letter? We'll get your Letterman jacket started today at Letterman and Bros. 760-693-5034. By Reach Medical Air. Donnie Wharton reminds you that when seconds count, you can depend on Reach Medical Transportation Service. So a 2nd and 10 for Calexico. Canchola in the backfield with Bobby Montejano. Frankie Leora Rodriguez split to the near side. Rivera in motion. And that's Marco Esqued, will take it to the 10. And he'll pick up 7-8 yards as he takes it to the 10-yard line, coming on that jet sweep.
Mark Esqued, the big play receiver for the Calexico Bulldogs last year with 28 receptions. To his credit, the leading receiver for the Calexico Bulldogs this year with 15 receptions for 233 yards, almost 16 yards per catch average, and 1 touchdown to his credit. But here with a jet sweep, John, showing his running ability and getting that ball inside the 15-yard line down to the 10.
Canchola in the backfield. Bobby Montejano, shotgun snap. Gives it to Canchola. Breaks a tackle. On his feet, inside the 5. Does he get the touchdown? No, he doesn't. He's out at the 2-yard line. So 1st and goal for the Bulldogs.
Well, a lot of power running, never say die on Canchola there, as he was determined, like Willis Ward was in 1933, to play in the Central Calexico game, and Canchola willing his way down to the 2-yard line.
Under 3 minutes remaining, Vic.
As they would say in Texas, John, we got a ball game.
We got a ball game.
How about them Bulldogs?
How about them Bulldogs? That's right, Mississippi State. First and goal from the 2-yard line.
In comparison to the Bulldogs earlier.
So the Bulldogs will be starting at their own 25-yard line, down by 6, 13-7, and John Moreno with a call.
Bobby Montejano on a 1st and 10. Noel Gastelum takes it to the 30. A pickup of 5.
Then to make the stop for the Spartans, number 54, defensive tackle Malachi Okan.
Do we have? Second and 4 from the 31. Gastelum in the back with Bobby Montejano. Andrew Rivera in the slot. Esquer and Loera Gastelum. We have a new one in there, number 6 for Calexico, Jonathan Pacheco.
So Jonathan Pacheco, a senior, trying to find a running lane behind the blocking of Chris Nunez and Josmar Alvarado. Not able to find any running room there as number 55 for the Spartans, Felix Aguirre, and number 54, Malachi Okan, closing up that running lane immediately. Number 59, Alja Acevedo, filling in for the injured Jared Martin.
1:05 remaining first quarter. 3rd and short. The ball at the 33 of Calexico. They got to get to the 35. Timeout is called. And Marianne Valenzuela Fenley is your State Farm insurance agent in the Imperial Valley. And like a good neighbor, she's located at 528 G Street in Brawley. Call State Farm agent Marianne Valenzuela Fenley at 760-344-0447 for your home, auto, and life insurance.
Whether you're looking to purchase or sell, your next home awaits. Give the Dom team a call. With over 50 years of experience and over 100 years in the Imperial Valley, Andy and Doug can help you find the right home at the right price fast. Visit us online at www.thedomteam.com and let Andrew and Doug find the perfect home for you. Call today, 760-337-8600.
Bobby Montejano. Bonnie Montejano, nothing there. And he will trying to run with the ball, but
well, that was number 59 for the Spartans, Davian Hartfield, along with number 55 for the Spartans, Felix Aguirre and Josuel Rodriguez. But the Bulldog offensive drive there, their second of the game here in the first quarter with 25 seconds remaining, stifled deep inside their own territory at their own. His legs moving like pistons, like Macanita Lapham back in their early 50s for the Águilas of Mexicali when he'd go from first to third on an infield single. At least that's what he told us.
And the end of the first quarter is upon us, and we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network. Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, hydraulic repair service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299. Number 10, and that is Canchola, number 5 for Calexico, Sean Torres.
Leo Canchola and number 5, Sean Torres, seen his first action after suffering an injury last year. This is his first game back, and he's a welcome addition to the Calexico Bulldog defensive unit.
So 4th down for the Spartans.
If you just joined us, 9:07, Central leads 13-7 after an electrifying 90-yard kickoff return by Artie Estrada, but they missed the 2-point conversion.
Marianne Valenzuela Family, your State Farm Insurance is your trusted partner for protection and peace of mind. Generation. So, a 4th and 6 deep in Bulldog territory, spreading out the offense. The Central Spartans with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Number 10, Jonathan Real. And Nico Viesca in the backfield. Real rolling right, looking over the right, gets a first down to Artie Estrada, and he'll take it for a first.
The Spartans come out with a new package offensively, so what would that mean?
And they flooded the right side of the football field and forced, the Bulldogs to guard that area, but they weren't successful, so the Spartans got a first down.
So now they're coming in with a run package possibly because everybody's in tight.
Yeah,
for the Spartans.
That's something that they go to when they're on the goal line. They take their quarterback out, bring the running back, and just try to pound it down the center of the field. And,
okay, well, Viesca came into the game with 12 rushing touchdowns to his credit.
1st and goal out of the Wildcat.
They did this a lot last year with Charlie Sullivan.
And they do Viesca, but there's a penalty flag. It looked like it may be going against Calexico.
So they have a lot of confidence in their running game, running behind Joshua.
Viesca with the handoff. Handoff goes to Viesca. And he'll take it up to looks like the 1-yard line or the 2-yard line.
Now, but you mentioned the importance of who dominates and controls the line of scrimmage. Is David Rookie Peña trying to send a message to the Bulldogs on defense that, hey, we're going to pound and ground this ball into the end zone on you? Also to instill confidence in his team that he believes in them, that they can do it?
Well, especially when they get into underneath the 10-yard line, about to run the ball, and they just go toe-to-toe and run it downhill.
Okay, 3rd and goal from the 2.
And there is Viesca. Makes his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Central Spartans.
So he knifes his way into the end zone behind the blocking of Jesse Blackburn and Alexander Lopez. And the Spartans extend their 13-7 advantage to 19-7 over Calexico with 7:09 remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Aviation community and all Imperial Valley communities.
Runs into traffic. Nothing there.
Well, the Spartans weren't fooled as number 7 for El Centro, Matthew Lizaola, making the initial contact from his linebacking position. And then he was joined by 54, Malachi Okan, along with number 88 for the Spartans, that being Joseph Rivera.
2nd and 10 from the 27. Little razzle-dazzle in the back with Marco Esquet trying to turn it up. And we'll pick up
5, but we'll take that every time, John. Now makes it a 3rd down and 5.
Excellence with Ivy Welding and Mechanical. Our skilled team delivers top-notch welding and mechanical solutions for your industrial needs. Choose Ivy Welding and Mechanical for quality craftsmanship and unmatched reliability. Contact Fred at 760-482-WELD by Johnny's Burritos, founded in 1963 by Johnny and Ana Maria.
The Calexico Bulldogs here in the closing minutes of the first half.
Bobby Montejano. Noel fakes it to Noel, shoots it over the middle, caught! Marco Esquer all the way inside the 30 to about the 20-yard line. A beautiful pass in the seam, moves the chain for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10.
CJ Acosta with the coverage and the tackle to bring down Esquer at the 21-yard line of the Spartans. Butch, say you.
No, that was a great play call there. Caught Central on their heels, and Bulldogs were able to capitalize and get a big play there.
So the Bulldogs with a 1st and 10, down by 20, 27-7.
Bobby Montejano on the keeper. Takes it inside the 10, or inside the 15 to the 12, 13-yard line. A pickup of 8, maybe 9.
So as a confidence booster, Calexico needs these 2 plays. Well, we'll keep talking away, John. We never know when we're going to be coming back on live and our presentation. So 2 seconds remaining here in the first half. Central 27, Calexico 7.
And this will probably be the last play.
And they have doubles, 2 receivers on the near side, 2 receivers on the far side.
Jimenez out of the shotgun. 5 for the Spartans. That's Emiliano Morales. And that should be it. And we'll be back with
1955. Family owned and operated. Located at 1902 West Main Street, El Centro. Grasso's is open Wednesday through Sunday at 5 p.m. Order to go or come in for the Italian dining experience. South Cali Air Conditioning. The number at 760-556-9. Police Foundation is an independent, nonprofit organization that provides grant funding and crucial resources to the Brawley Police Department, with programs that would normally not be funded. These programs directly improve public safety and enhance the quality of life for our citizens. Radfin is a unique lifestyle clothing brand geared towards the avid angler and outdoorsman. We manufacture our hats, tees, and performance shirts out of El Centro, California. Shop Radfin online at www.radfin.net. Lee Tire Company. We are a local, family-owned business specializing in tires and automotive needs. We are located at 114 Main Street, El Centro. Call us at 760-352-1721.
Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valleys. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
Letterman and Bros, keeping up with the all-American high school tradition, athletics and academics. 20 years of experience serving the whole Imperial Valley.
We just moved, so there's millions of...
Valley is in bloom, over 9 acres. When we started, we grew 1/4 of an acre.
Now I'm taking on new products on the regular.
We always dreamed of having this property, so...
I want to make my yard look as beautiful as...
Largemouth bass.
Yep.
We've got tons of them, don't we, buddy?
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours?
Visit us online at rdoequipment.com or contact your local RDO for in-stock availability.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, from the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, as we're here at Willis Ward Field celebrating senior night with the drumline and the cheerleaders being recognized with their significant others, their parents, their guardians, their aunts and uncles, as we're here with Butch Morales, our senior analyst, to give us a recap of the first 2 quarters of play. But first and foremost, on behalf of VSN, we'd like to apologize for the technical difficulties that were experienced in the first half, as we had some conflict on the monitors upstairs as to who was controlling the lines on the internet. But nevertheless, we're back on board. We brought in some additional equipment, and so with 5:10 remaining here during the halftime show, we're back on live.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Glad to have you guys back. We appreciate your patience with it. It's 27-7. The Spartans up on top. Big plays, John. Vic. I apologize. Vic, they were able to hit a couple of big plays with Artie Estrada on a kickoff return, and then on a big screen pass to Mr. Emiliano Morales. Big plays, those 2 big plays. And also, not only that, Central's been able to utilize a different offense. They've been able to change the momentum. They've spread it. They are able to run it up the middle with that Wildcat offense. Once they get into the goal line, they're able to roll out the quarterback and throw the ball. They've been able to throw over the top of Calexico, and they've been able to move the ball. At one point, I thought the Bulldogs, had a chance where they drove that ball into a touchdown for about maybe 60 to 70 yards. The offensive line was moving. They were confident. And now, unfortunately, with the big interception into the goal line, that's a big heartbreaker. It's hard to come back and get the team motivated, being so close to possibly take it up 27 to 14. But unfortunately, they made a mistake, and mistakes will kill you.
Yeah, they had a chance to cut the lead in half. The Bulldogs started out, didn't go very well. Central drove the ball in 3 plays, scoring on that 85-yard touchdown play to Morales. Calexico came back and drove the field, got back into the ball game, made it 7-7. Then Central, with the Artie Estrada kickoff return after the Bulldogs scored, extending the Central lead to 13-7. They went for the 2-point conversion, were unsuccessful. A great defensive stand by the Calexico Bulldogs, denying the goal line there, and it was 13-7. And then the wheels fell off for the Calexico offense. Going into the second quarter, they lost that momentum. Central capitalized, and we find ourselves down. Calexico finds themselves down 27-7.
It boils down to experience and having the depth. Unfortunately, the Bulldogs don't have the depth like Central does. If you look at how many players on the Central side opposed to the Calexico side, so they're able to utilize fresher bodies, able to get them in, get them out, and rotate them. And you have a much stronger defense or offense, and they've been mixing it up very well. So the experience will also play a big factor. Is how many kids do you have that from Calexico that have played football for years, and how many kids in Central? They have kids that go through the Pop Warner Youth or AYF, from 9 to 10, 11, and then that plays a big factor. So we'll see what the second half brings, Vic.
Well, Central graduated 34 seniors from last year, with the likes of Charlie Sullivan going on to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo to continue playing football. Damian Rodriguez, that standout quarterback, as well as some key defensive players. But they came back with 13 starters, and they've put them to good use, as it looks like they're going to go 2-0 here in IVL play. But they had a tough off preseason with Granite Hills ranked number 3 in San Diego, Ramona in the top 10. But David Rookie Peña has come up with a 2-quarterback scheme in Rayad and Jimenez, along with the running of Viesca and the standout play of Artie Estrada. Calexico has been kind of gun-shy in their passing game, where Central came out on all cylinders throwing. What do you attribute that to?
It starts with from the preseason, from the start when you start football, the Hell Week, having those repetitions, being able to put a plan of action together for the season. And right now, it's paying big dividends for the Central Spartans. They've done a great job with that 2-quarterback system. The Bulldogs, right now they're struggling a little bit with their quarterback, making the right reads, putting the ball into your receiver's hands, throwing the ball effectively, throwing it with an intent. Central's been doing a good job with Jimenez throwing that big long pass, with their screen game, with their run pass option. So they've been mixing it up both with the run and the pass.
Well, we've got 2 quarters remaining here in the second game of the IVL season here in the 2023 campaign. What do the coaches in the Bulldog locker room share with their team, and what in the Spartan locker room is David Pena telling his players to do, whether it's the same or whatever? Let's start with Central first, as they're the visiting team.
Well, Central,
do they keep their foot on the pedal?
They just keep on doing what they're doing right now, mixing it up. If the 2-quarterback system works for them, they're going to continue. They're going to continue to get the ball on the outside of the perimeter, maybe to Estrada or to Morales, and make them run and be athletes and show what they're capable of. They're continuing. Once you start bringing that defense closer to the line of scrimmage, then they'll try to go over the top. So we'll see what they do with their offensive game plan. It's just about adjustments here. It's working so far for them. As far as the Bulldogs, right now it's gut check time. 27-17. You don't want to fall 27-7. My apologies. 27-7. You don't want to fall back or fall deeper in a hole. You got to fight. Keep on fighting. Somehow make plays and get that momentum so we could get back, or the Bulldogs could get back in the game.
Well, what kind of plays would ensure some type of success? Running between the tackles, trying to run trap plays, running a short passing game to get confidence in the quarterback with those early completions in the third quarter?
Can mix it up. They were successful running the ball. They were able to pull a couple of times with their guards and get outside, and they got to keep on doing that and eventually counter it or throwing the ball outside to quick little routes where they on the outs or eventually going over the top. So we'll see how they mix it up, but they do have to make adjustments here.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you heard that keen insight from Tony Butch Morales, as we'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Hayden's and Sons Trucking is located at 603 East Main Street in El Centro and is a business specialized in gravel, rock, stone, fill dirt, base, landscape rock, topsoil sand, and all your hauling needs.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like from Burgers and Beer is in the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
It was wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment.
I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
Varsity Made Letterman Jackets. Save time and money by ordering online today at varsitymade.co.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Willis Ward Field. Here is a Bulldogs celebrating senior night at halftime, but they find themselves on the short end of a 27-7 score against the visiting El Centro Spartans, a rivalry that goes back to 1915. So now we welcome the voice of choice, Johnny Moe, John Moreno Brown.
Thank you, Vic. We apologize for the interruption we've had in the technical difficulties. But we're back on track. It's the second half of the second game of the IVL in 2023, Calexico and Central. Calexico down 20 points. They'll get the ball here in the third quarter as we get set for the kickoff by number 16, Miguel Vega. And back to receive. Way back. Number 6 will pick it up, Pacheco. Runs into some traffic and is brought down inside the 30-yard line.
And that was number 21 for the Spartans, CJ Acosta, in to make that stop on the kickoff return for Calexico. So Calexico will start right at their own 30-yard line. The ball right in the middle of the 2 hash marks. Bulldogs will be going right to left on your screen. The Spartans defending the northern goal here at Willis Ward Field. The Spartan defense playing strong against the run, have blanketed the Bulldog receivers, put pressure on CJ Montejano. We'll get some keen insight from Butch Morales after this offensive play as we give the mic back to Johnny Moe, John Moreno Brown.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Canchola takes the handoff, going to the right side. Has trouble turning it up the field and is pushed out of bounds about the 34.
So, not having that breakaway speed that you'd like to see on that play. Tony.
Well, he took it to the right side and gained as many yards as he could. Got 4 yards. Canchola runs hard. He's a hard runner. He's the one that almost scored, or I believe scored here at the this side of the end zone.
Well, the Spartan defense led by Elijah Acevedo utilizing the sideline as a defensive ally there, stretching out the play, making the tackle. After a short pickup for the Calexico run game, it'll be 2nd and 6 for Calexico, the ball at the 34-yard line. If you just joined us, 11:24 remaining here in the third quarter. Calexico down by 20, 27-7.
Bobby Montejano and Leo Canchola in the back. Andrew Rivera in the slot. Canchola with a handoff. Trying to take it up the field, but not much there as he takes it to the 35.
Trying to run behind the blocking of Rodriguez and Sanchez to no avail as the Spartan defense, led by number 52, Isaiah Aguirre, and Jamari Connor from the linebacking position. And don't forget Malachi Okan. So the defensive front and the inside linebackers making most of the stops, where the defensive corners and safeties haven't had to do much work from their positions because of the effectiveness of the rush defense of the Spartans.
3rd and 5 for Calexico. Montejano will run the option. Quick pitch to Rivera. Not enough for a first down.
And that was number 5 for the Spartans, Emiliano Morales, along with number 12, Josiel Rodriguez. So, Butch, Joey Denton, the defensive coordinator for the Spartans, has really done an outstanding job getting these Spartans ready, game in and game out, but in particular tonight with his defensive game plan.
Yeah, the kids buy into their system, and that's what you want from them, for them to buy in and work hard for you and adjust when they needed to adjust.
Looks like the Bulldogs are going for it with a 4th and 3.
Well, John, they're down by 20 points. They don't want this game to get away from them. But if they don't succeed, they're going to give the Spartans excellent field position.
And penalty flags. Delay of game against Calexico. It's a 5-yard penalty.
So they'll probably punt the ball now.
Yeah. So they'll spot the ball back at the 32, and the punting unit's coming onto the field now with Dominic Diaz.
Well, this is an important time and venue for the coaching staff and the Bulldog team to maintain their composure. They still have lots of time. They can get back into this ball game. but they have to play their efficacy of running their offense and their defense has to improve.
High end over end. Artie Estrada will not attempt to return it. Takes a Spartan bounce, and it'll be down at the 33 with 9:05 remaining in the third quarter.
So, John, you said a mouthful there at halftime as you were the public address announcer for the important senior night here, recognizing the band, the drum major seniors, as well as the cheerleading staff.
Right, and I did it cold, fresh, right there. Boom. I don't like to rehearse because it takes away the freshness of it. So you got to do it cold and fresh, Vic.
Well, John, that's what's made you the voice of choice over all these years.
30 years to be, in fact.
Awesome job. Awesome job.
Thank you.
And I was torn, not between two lovers, but torn whether I should do the halftime show here on VSN or to listen to you.
Rolling out. Marty Estrada with a catch. And breaking all kinds of tackles. It's taken several guys to bring him down. He crosses midfield and he picks up pretty close to 20 yards.
And that's a classic example of David Rookie Peña's YAC, yards after catch, as Artie Estrada mastered that message.
And a good pass from Jimenez.
A short, quick pass, John. A confidence builder, right, Butch?
Double doubles for the Spartans. Nico Viesca, but a little swing pass to the outside. Penalty flags, that's number 16. That's Miguel Vega.
Oh, he got me excited there. He faked everybody out. And see, Butch, it was a touch pass. He threw it to where the receiver should be.
And that's
that's what I've been harping on.
That's what the nuances about the run-pass option. You have the ability to, if you read it right, which he did, and allowed the running back to get outside the linebacker and put in a spot where he could only catch it.
Well, and the pressure's on the defense. The onus is on the defensive backs because they don't know where the ball's going. The receiver knows because he's running the route, and the quarterback just lays it up there.
It's hard to cover in space, period.
Well, that'll nullify that gain as an ineligible player was down the field, and it'll bring it back to Spartan territory at the 47.
Now, is zone coverage easier to penetrate versus man-to-man coverage? As a former quarterback, which would you prefer?
I love man-to-man coverage because, like you alluded to earlier, is the offense knows where we know where you're going, and the defense doesn't. So you have an advantage of attacking man-to-man, and plus it takes a big skill set to be able to cover somebody man-to-man.
1st and 15, that gave Nico Viesca 3 yards. It's now 2nd and 12 from midfield.
Diego Trejo, a senior, making that tackle from his nose guard position.
So 2nd and 12. Jimenez and Viesca in the backfield. Doubles formation.
7:50 remaining here in the third quarter. Central 27, Calexico 7.
Jimenez over the middle. A man is open, it overthrows. And there's flags. That's number 5, Emiliano Morales.
Who has an 85-yard touchdown pass catch reception to his credit in the first quarter. Here as he was held by the hips to slow him down.
Pass interference call against the Bulldogs.
So is it in high school at the spot or just they call out the yardage, 15 yards?
They're giving him a first down, and it looks like it's a 15-yard penalty. They'll spot it at the 35. Going in.
So they're moving those chains as they're inside Bulldog territory at the Bulldog 35. Still plenty of field to work with, Butch, if you like to use that passing game.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of changing, stretching the field, going upfield and to the side, and now they're running here.
Viesca finds room on the outside, takes it inside the 30 to the 28.
Tackled by number 6 of Calexico, Jonathan Pacheco, a senior cornerback.
Pick up 7 yards for the Spartans.
Also assisting on the play, number 21 for Calexico, that being
Noel
Gastelum. So two-way performers here in the second half for the Calexico Bulldogs. 2nd and a short 3 for the Spartans.
Jimenez
inside
and
the 30.
Viesca. Trips left. Viesca looking in that direction. And tipped almost.
Morales was the intended receiver on that play, running a post pattern.
So it brings up a 3rd and short for the Spartans. 6:58 remaining in the third quarter. He's got 3 receivers to the left side. Jimenez and Viesca in the backfield. Viesca will get the handoff. Fumbles, and looks like it's taken away by number 50. It was hit by number 21 for Calexico. Gastelum hits it, jars the ball loose, and number 50 for the Bulldogs recovers. That's Diego Trejo. So the Bulldogs, with a big play, get the ball back and stop the offensive progress of the Central Spartans.
Well, Butch, while they're changing sides with a ball here, a young quarterback, when they have that passing tree or 5 receivers going out, they look deep first and then they start checking down. Does a quarterback kind of have a tendency to look for the safety valve more often than looking for the deep pass?
Well, as a quarterback, I've always wanted to throw the deep pass. It gives you more yards, a bigger chance for a touchdown, but you also have to be able to read it and take what the defense gives you.
Canchola with a handoff. And he'll pick up a big amount of yardage. They're 9 yards on the carry to the 41-yard line.
So
bring up a 2nd and 1.
You like the glamour, Broadway Butch.
Throw it deep, go deep, run a 9, a fly pattern, a streak, vertical, whatever you want to call it.
Butch bombs away Morales. 4 TD passes, 50 yards plus.
2nd and short. Montejano shotgun. Gastelum in the back. He'll take it, gets a first down and more, go to the midfield, and brought down by Artie Estrada. Penalty flags all over the place, but not till he picks up 10, 12 yards and takes it to Central territory.
Well, it's going to be an interesting call because you had a lot of defensive linemen downfield, as well as the Spartan defensive secondary. Whether it was holding, blocking in the back.
I believe it was a face mask on the tackler there.
Well, that was Artie Estrada that made the contact there on the running back. Let's see what the call is. Face mask, you're right. J.J. Jackson giving the call.
So a first down for the Bulldogs. And taking it into Central territory at the 41.
Well, the clock could be a factor. You're down by 20 points. 6:03 remaining here in the third quarter. 27-7. In favor of Central. Bulldogs inside the 50 at the 42-yard line of the Spartans.
Montejano shotgun snap will give it, takes it to Canchola, will keep it, goes to the 40, stutter steps, and lowers his shoulder into the 35. So he'll pick up 5 yards.
Needs to get to the 31 for a first down.
It'll be 2nd and 4, picks up 6. 5:31 remaining, third quarter.
So the Bulldogs in all garnet uniforms with white trim, white helmets with a garnet stripe down the center. The Spartans in their royal blue pants, white stripes, white jerseys with blue numerals with red trim, and their Spartan blue helmets with Spartans, the letters written along the side of the helmets.
Montejano, Canchola. Takes it to the left side. Not quite enough for a first down as he'll pick up a couple. Take it to the 33.
And that was Matthew Lisaola, number 7, making that tackle. So Lisaola having a standout defensive game from his linebacking position.
Bulldogs, when they drive pretty good, you know?
Well, the linebackers are one of the strengths of the Central defense with Rodriguez, Lisaola.
Bobby Montejano. Gastelum right up the middle. Gets the first down and more and takes it to the Central 25-yard line. A pickup of 8 yards for Noel Gastelum.
You know, and the Spartans are missing that standout defender, Jared Martin, a junior. He had 4 sacks in 3 games, along with 20-something tackles, and he's been out since the third game of the season. And but he is expected to make a return next Friday when the Spartans play the Imperial Tigers.
1st and 10 at the 25 going in for Calexico. Montejano steps up. Couldn't find a receiver. Finds an open hole. And still shooting it. Pass is caught by number 29.
That's Jose Ortega.
Ortega takes it inside the 15. A 1st and 10. A pickup of 12.
Yeah, Jose Ortega reacted like, look what I found.
What happened now? We have a penalty on the ground. It goes against Calexico. It's a holding penalty.
So, Butch, what advice would you give to Montejano at quarterback thus far when the Bulldogs are in the passing game? Have confidence in his receivers, or
he needs to understand where he's going to go with the ball pre-snap. When the quarterback calls the play, breaks the huddle, or the play signal, he needs to understand what the defense is giving him. Are the corners playing deep? Or are they playing up? Is there one safety, two safety? Where the linebackers are blitzing? So before all that, he's got to process it and then understand this is where it needs to go because that's the zone or open spot.
And the El Centro defenders are trying to keep the receivers in front of them.
1st and 20. And sacked by 43 and 34 for the Spartans. That is number 34, Jomari Connor and Elijah Acevedo. A sack on Montejano.
Those are football names, John. Jomari Connor and Elijah. Anyway, a loss on the play, so it's 2nd and forever, 2nd and 21 for the Bulldogs. The ball back to the Spartan 36-yard line.
Under 3 minutes remaining, 2nd quarter.
They need to get to the Spartan 15 for a 1st down.
Bobby Montejano with trips right. And somebody's screen pass to Noel Gastelum. And number 34 pushing him out of bounds. Jomari Connor.
So, Butch, do you try to get it back on one big swoop, or do you?
Well, it's a 3rd down, 3rd and about 14 yards. So either they draw up a big play and try to get the 1st down, or they get half of that 14 yards and settle for a 4th down to get the 1st down. So you have 2 plays here. They're not going to obviously go for a field goal, but they'll try to get a 1st down within the next 2 plays.
Okay, you have a lot of field from the hash mark to the El Centro side of sideline. So would you want to utilize that?
Yeah, you could run a jet sweep that way. Let's see what they do.
Timeout taken by the Spartans.
We'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Casbros, it's that time of year again. Team shirt options are available and ready to go out for adult, youth, and toddler sizes. Call us and let us know how we can help at 760-550-6878.
El Distrito de Irrigación de Imperial, su proveedor de energía pública, ofrece varios programas de asistencia de pago. Nuestros clientes con ingresos que califiquen pueden ahorrar entre un 20 o 30% en su factura de electricidad y también recibir ayuda si enfrentan desconexiones por falta de pago.
Back here live at Willis Ward Field. 2:18 remaining 3rd quarter. Bulldogs have the ball on a 3rd and 14 from inside the, looks like the 30-yard line. Montejano dropping back. And the pass is caught over the middle with Marco Esquer. And he'll be bringing it to the 20-yard line. So it'll be 4th and 5 from the 20. Not quite there yet. Bulldogs looking to get another set of downs here. With 1:48 remaining, third quarter. Montejano and Canchola in the backfield. Esquer and Loera Rodriguez split out to the right. Andrew Rivera in the slot. Montejano with a shotgun snap. The pass is deflected. And they'll turn the ball over on downs to Central.
That was standout linebacker number 12, Josiel Rodriguez.
And he's coming in untouched.
But there's a Joey Denton having him blitz from the outside. The all-league defender, Rodriguez, making his presence felt on that play.
So 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the 20.
So the Bulldogs, after controlling the football for about 6 minutes here in the third quarter, come up empty with 1:31 remaining in the third quarter. Spartans will take over deep in their own territory, but that's better than giving up 6 points.
Jimenez back in there. And fakes it to pass intended for number 16. That is Miguel Vega. And again, looking at the dump and run or yards after catch. But not that time. So 2nd and 10 now coming up.
Well, you had number 3, Leonel Canchola, a sophomore, covering on that play as that football just whizzed right by him.
So Jimenez rolling out. Looking, shooting on the run. Pass is caught there, right side, left side. And number 5 brought down by number 23.
Morales.
Morales brought down by Calexico's number 23, Luis Vasquez.
So
but not after he gets a first down and a lot more.
Emiliano Morales, they're in the same, Butch. How would you describe that play?
That was, a half rollout again from the quarterback Jimenez and allowed him to have the play develop and hit Morales on, like a 10-yard, 15-yard out route. And he just sat there and threw the ball perfectly. He was wide open.
Well, John, you have ties with the quarterback Jimenez. It's Jimenez Vildosola. And I believe you had his mother as a 6th grade student of yours.
Yeah, no, I'm aging myself, Vic. Yeah, that was back in the mid-'90s. So, yeah, her mother was Jordana, excellent student, by the way.
Well, John, you don't need to be shy about your storied career as an educator as you moved up the ladder.
Yeah,
and now you're the principal of Calexico High School.
True that. But
and still the voice of choice.
There you go. But no, it was.
And you're a friend of mine.
She was a good student, and she came up to us at the Ramona game and mentioned that, and it was good to see her. And I'm glad she's doing well, and the kid's doing well. And we have an injured Bulldog down on the field, so they're attending to him. That's Leo Canchola. And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
El Distrito de Irrigación de Imperial, su proveedor de energía pública, ofrece varios programas de asistencia de pago. Nuestros clientes con ingresos que califiquen pueden ahorrar entre un 20 o 30% en su factura de electricidad y también recibir ayuda si enfrentan desconexiones por falta de pago. Para recibir ayuda, llámenos al 1-800-303-7756. Visite uno de nuestros centros de servicio al cliente o visite iid.com. iID, donde los clientes siempre son primero.
Imperial Valley College is the #1 community college in the nation, winner of the 2023 Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence.
We have created our own drink company. The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We will run! We will run!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got
The monkey has prime!
This season, we are hydrated.
The official sports drink of the UFC. It's on!
Oh, that's good.
The Brawley Police Foundation is an independent, nonprofit organization that provides grant funding and crucial resources to the Brawley Police Department, with programs that would normally not be funded. These programs directly improve public safety and enhance the quality of life for our citizens.
We're back here live at Willis Ward Field with 1:14 remaining in the third quarter. Bulldogs down 27-7. And the Spartans have the ball in Bulldog territory at the 47-yard line.
John, we have another game going on in the IVL at Southwest High School involving the Brawley Wildcats. Do you have an update?
42-0, wasn't it?
42-0, as reported by Will Torres.
Brawley Wildcats on top. Jimenez rolling out, looking for a receiver, and guarded extremely well by Marco Esquer as Artie Estrada was the intended receiver.
The ball thrown on the inside, and Esquer couldn't hang on as he hit the ground, and the ball was jarred loose.
So it goes back to the 47 of Calexico and brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Spartans.
So, Butch, it looks like the Spartan offense has the Calexico secondary on its heels with their passing game.
Well, they had an opportunity to intercept that ball. That ball floated in the air too long, and number 4, Esquer, reacted and went up for the ball, but couldn't come down on it.
So the Spartans faced with a 2nd and 10, the ball at the Calexico 47-yard line.
Nico Viesca. No, that's number 4.
Braden Mayo. And Mayo, a speed burner.
And he takes it to the 40-yard line.
A pickup of about 6 yards there.
They couldn't hold the Mayo. A cheap joke, Vic. Sorry about that. They bring up a 3rd and 4 for the Spartans.
Well, it's almost like putting mucha crema en los tacos down. You know, so. But Mayo capable of breaking it for a long one here as he's once again the lone running back alongside Jimenez, the sophomore, Braden Mayo, a senior.
Coming out of doubles. Mayo will get the handoff, coming to the right side. And brought down there by number 21, Noel Gastelum, and number 23 for the Bulldogs,
Vasquez.
Luis Vasquez. Brings up a 4th and 5 as he'll pick up one, and timeout is called. Or that's the end of the third quarter as we get set for the fourth quarter. We'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Radfin is a unique lifestyle clothing brand geared towards the avid angler and outdoorsman. We manufacture our hats, tees, and performance shirts out of El Centro, California. Shop Radfin online at www.radfin.net.
Could you use help with your electric bill? Imperial Irrigation District, your public power provider, offers several payment assistance programs. Our income-qualified customers can save up to 20 or 30% on their electric bill and also receive assistance if they face service disconnection.
Back at Willis Ward Field, starting the fourth quarter. Central has the ball on a 4th and 5 at the Bulldog 47. They're going for it. Jimenez in the backfield, rolling out this way. Gets pressure, looking over the middle. A man is there, intercepted, Marco Esquer at the 7-yard line, but they'll spot him down at the 6. So Marco Esquer on a very well-timed interception, giving the Bulldogs another chance at moving the ball.
So a key interception there, stifling the Central aerial game. Calexico recovering the football on that interception by Marco Esquer, but they're deep in their own territory inside the 10-yard line. The ball at the 6, just shy of the 6. So you might look at it as just a deep punt by the Spartan offense as the Calexico Bulldogs offense has their backs against the wall.
But they've got the ball nonetheless with Bobby Montejano of the shotgun snap. He's looking to get out of there and has trouble. And it intercepts the pass. He deflects the pass. The number 43 catches it. That is Elijah Acevedo. And will score for the Spartans.
Would it be a safety or is it a touchdown?
Well, it's a touchdown.
So the Spartans score anyway on that first play of the Bulldog offense, and 33-7 is the margin right now as we get set for the point after attempt by number 16 of the Spartans, Miguel Vega.
And 2012 was what? 11 years ago. 11 years ago, the Bulldogs beat the Spartans at Cal Jones with a score of 35-21. And that was a memorable game because Brian Avina, who had an unorthodox way of kicking a field goal, made a 52-yarder in 2012. But tonight, it's all Central with that extra point good by Miguel Vega, bringing the score now 34-7. Tonight's game is brought to you by Esquer Realty. Discover your dream home with Mark Esquer. Our dedicated team is committed to finding the perfect property for you. Trust Mark Esquer of Esquer Realty, the mark of excellence. By Burgers and Beer. For the best burgers in town, it's Burgers and Beer. Open 7 days a week. Come watch the VSN Game of the Week at Burgers and Beer. By the El Centro Police Department, dedicated to serve our community through partnerships, professionalism, and uncompromising excellence. Quality of life, protection, and service is our commitment. The El Centro PD. And by Imperial Valley College, the best junior college in the nation. Miguel Vega with a end-over-end kick. That's Andrew Rivera at the 5. Brings it up, finds room. He may take it down this way, 40, and brought down at the 44 by number 16.
The kicker.
Miguel Vega.
So the kicker saving a touchdown, potential touchdown there on the return by Andrew Rivera. The Bulldogs will have good field position on that return by Rivera. They'll be starting out at their own 44-yard line. So with 11:36 remaining here in the fourth quarter, Central 34, Calexico 7. You know, we thought we were going to have a barn burner back and forth in the opening minutes of the first quarter was any indication of what type of game it would be. But then Al Central with their big play offense and special teams has put this game out of reach.
Bobby Montejano, Noel Gastelum finds a big hole and running around like a pinball will take it to the 50. He'll pick up 6 and hasn't a tough time getting up. He was hit pretty hard. And then looks like he's got his leg injured.
Well, as we're looking for the update, we have an update in Brawley at Southwest with the Brawley Wildcats closing out a 42-0 victory over the Southwest Eagles, dropping the Eagles to 0-2 in Imperial Valley League play.
Tonight's game is brought to you by La Fonda, a fiesta of flavor in every bite. Experience the vibrant taste of Mexico with our authentic dishes crafted from the freshest ingredients. Spice up your dining experience today with La Fonda, an El Centro tradition. By Imperial Flyer Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Proud supporter of our U.S. military. And by the Imperial County Mental Health Department, or Health Department, to promote, protect, and support the health of the people. Visit our website, icphd.org. By Letterman and Bros, have you earned your varsity Letterman letter? Well, get your Letterman jacket started today with Letterman and Bros at 693-5034. Ask for Dan. So the Calexico Bulldogs with a 2nd and 5 at midfield.
You know, Gastelum was the one that was hurt there, and he's been the leading rusher for the Calexico Bulldogs thus far this season.
Leonel Canchola back in there. High snap, and Bobby will take it. Spins. And
tackled immediately by number 23, Ethan Thomas.
But he picks up 2 yards nonetheless with a 3rd and short coming up.
So the Bulldogs have to utilize all 4 downs, Butch, I would presume, to, and not look to be punting.
From now on, they're going to go for on 4th down. Every 4th opportunity, they're going to go for it.
10:05 remaining in the football game, down 34-7. Bulldogs gave him a touchdown and they took a touchdown away, so it's a lot closer than what the scores appears.
So you've got Andrew Rivera in the wingback slot position.
Bobby Montejano keeps it.
Gets the first down.
And takes it to the 40. 41-yard line. Move those chains. So Calexico with a first down at the 41 going in.
Making the stop for the Spartans, number 23, Ethan Thomas again.
Reach Medical Air Response. Donnie Wharton reminds you that when seconds count, you can depend on Reach Medical Transportation Service by Sanders Incorporated Architecture and Engineering, a proud supporter of Imperial Valley football, and we wish all our Imperial Valley schools a safe and successful season. 1st and 10 at the 41, Bobby Montejano. Let's get in motion. Lionel Canchola finds a big hole right side and fumbles the ball, but looks like he may have recovered it back as they're fighting for it at the bottom. Yep, he's got it back. So Calexico at the 35 with a pickup of 6 by Lionel Canchola, only a sophomore, and the brother of Leo Canchola. So 2nd and 4. Noel Gastelum back in there.
Calexico with 2 wideouts here on the near sideline. Braden Mayo, the responsibility of taking the deep receiver.
Well, they faked everybody out, and Andrew Rivera still pumping his legs, gets the first down and more. Move those chains. They'll spot the ball at the 25, a pickup of 8 yards for Andrew Rivera.
Well, if anything, Butch, this would be what, a morale booster, a morale victory, just to be able to move the chains and march the ball down the field?
At this point, they're playing for pride. They're down 34-7. They get in the end zone and keep on working on moving the ball and hopefully get in the end zone and take that momentum into hopefully next game.
Which will be Southwest next week at Southwest. 1st and 10 at the 25. Noel Gastelum and Bobby Montejano out of the shotgun. Bobby Montejano is sacked. Number 47, number 34 in on the sack there. Ryan Smith and Jomari Connor. Loss of a good amount of yardage, at least 10 yards.
And along with number 23 for the Spartans, that was Ethan Thomas, a senior. So 3 Spartan defenders penetrating the Bulldog offensive line and sacking Montejano, making it a 2nd and 19. The ball back at the 34-yard line of the Spartans.
6:50 remaining in this football game. 2nd and 20.
It's like the Bulldogs take 1 step forward and then they take 2 steps, backwards.
At the 35. Montejano, another keep, left side, and not much there.
That was like watching John Moreno dancing the quebradita or the dance floor there. Lifting up those heels of his boots. Knee high.
I did see him sing on social media there the last couple of weeks ago.
They're just having fun, just you got to do what, get involved.
I didn't know you had it in you, John.
No, I've been doing it for years, but not very good, as you can tell. 3rd and 19.
He'll always be the king.
Con dinero y sin dinero. 3rd and 19. Gastelum in the back. Montejano. Esquer wide open left side. and he'll take it to the original line of scrimmage as he's pushed out of bounds there by number 34, Ryan Smith.
Jamari
Connor. So 4th and 10 at the 25.
The Bulldogs getting the ball back to the original line of scrimmage as they try to claw their way back into this 34-7 deficit with 5:43 remaining in the fourth quarter. Montejano getting the call from Coach Solano, who's getting the call from upstairs from Steve Torres. Two receivers split to the near side.
Rivera in the slot, Gastelum in the backfield. Bobby Montejano screen it to Andrew Rivera. And penalty flags are flying.
But the Spartan interior defense not fooled on that screenplay as they were waiting for it. And once Rivera was able to come up with a reception, he was surrounded by Spartans.
And the referees are discussing this. And there looks like there was no flag. Illegal receiver downfield.
Was that a fourth down play?
Yeah, and they'll turn the ball over on downs, and the Spartans will get it one more time as we're down 5.5 minutes to go. Keystone HR. Unlock your company's potential with Keystone HR, the trusted partner for all your human resource needs. From talent acquisition to employee development, we're here to streamline the HR processes and elevate your workforce. Choose Keystone HR. Call us at 357-2929. By Sunbelt Rentals. Need equipment for your next project? Look to the experts at Sunbelt Rentals. We've got the tools you need, whether it's big or small, from construction to do-it-yourself. Check out our website at sunbeltrentals.com. Central, number 6, Jimenez with a pass to Artie Estrada. And a form tackle there at after a 5-yard pickup. Number 23 for the Bulldogs. Luis Vasquez on the stop. So 2nd and 5. Let's see what we have a timeout. Penalty flag on the field. And J.J. Jackson with a call. It's a going against Central.
Penalty will go against the Spartans.
But it's still a first down. So they'll move the ball back.
Well, Butch, with 5:10 remaining here in the fourth quarter, Central comfortably ahead 34-7. Your thoughts?
Well, it's tough when you're down 34-7 to rally everybody to kind of be positive. But, you know, you still got to work because you still have games that are, you know, going to happen next week. You go into the following week and you hope to play into the playoffs. So
and a sack. No, number 12 for Calexico, sacking the quarterback, Andrew Luna, way back at the 2-yard line.
That's a good fight for the Bulldogs there. They got a good play.
Now the quarterback was looking to his left. He was tackled from the blind side as he didn't see the defender rushing Luna, that is. Was that just a missed blocking assignment, or was Calexico blitzing from the outside?
They were blitzing from the outside, and the quarterback did not pick that up. When there is a blitz, you have to get rid of the ball fast.
Second and a whole bunch of yards. Pass intended for number 18.
Robert Rivera, a senior.
Or 19.
19, Joshua Garcia, a sophomore.
So it's now 3rd and 29. 4th and 29? 3rd and 29.
Well, Central has a nice mix of sophomore, juniors, and seniors playing to replace those 34 departed graduating seniors from last year's team that went to the semifinals in CIF play.
Luis Jimenez. They're going to stop the play in progress. Timeout is called. Marianne Valenzuela Fenley is your State Farm Insurance, your trusted partner for protection and peace of mind. With personalized service and customer support, we're here to help you when life throws you the unexpected. Marianne Valenzuela Fenley, State Farm, like a good neighbor, she is there at 344-0447. And by Amada's Outlet, the best brand mattress at the best prices in the Imperial Valley. Get a free box spring in any mattress purchase. Just say the code VSN. By CR&R Incorporated Environmental Services. Are penalties piling up in your trash area? Team up with CR&R Environmental Services, your local MVPs in trash and recycling, just like your favorite football squad. We're all about teamwork. Tackle waste problems head on with our reliable collection services that'll keep your community in winning shape. CR&R, the face of a greener generation. And by Ivy Welding and Mechanical. Experience excellence with Ivy Welding and Mechanical. Our skilled team delivers top-notch welding and mechanical solutions for your industrial needs. Call Fred at 482-WELD. And now it's a 3rd and 29 at the 2-yard line. Central with their backs up against the wall. Jimenez is the quarterback. Shotgun in his end zone. And he'll take the snap. Lets the ball loose. And the pass is caught by number 19, Joshua Garcia, but wrapped up immediately by Andrew Rivera. And so that'll bring up a 4th down, and it looks like the Spartans may have to punt. The ball will be spotted right at the 10-yard line. 3:42 remaining in this football game. And punting for the Spartans. Miguel Vega. It's a low kick. It'll be picked up. Number 4, Marco Esquer gets dropped by number 32 for the Spartans.
Jody
Aguilar. But the Bulldogs faced with pretty fair field position at the 35.
With 3:17 remaining here in the 4th quarter, no change in the score. It's still 34-7 in favor of the Central Spartans. A rivalry that is dated back to 1915.
And this game would be played on Thanksgiving Day back in the 40s and the 50s.
And historically in 1933, Willis Ward told his mother those famous words,
"I'd rather die, Mother, than miss this game."
And unfortunately, those words came true as he suffered a head injury. They wore those thin leather helmets. He was making a head first tackle.
Found at the bottom of a pile. A swing pass to Marco Esquer. Gets a couple of yards.
Well, to honor his legacy and outstanding play back in the golden era of the Bulldogs in the 30s, this field is appropriately named after him, Willis Ward Field.
There was a contest held back in 1960 when when the high school was new here on site, and the Chamber of Commerce held a contest, and a man by the name of Ritter won the contest by
Coy Ritter,
by naming it after Willis Ward. We never knew when we played in high school. We knew it was called the Ward Field, but we didn't know the real story.
And it wasn't until local Bulldog historian Mike Charles was able to bring that to the forefront, right, John?
Exactly. Good old Mike Charles from the class of 1960 over the head of Frankie Lora Rodriguez, intended receiver, running a streak down the near sideline. That looked like it may have gone in the end zone had been a little more appropriately placed.
So 2:18 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
And 3rd and 7 for Calexico at the central 32-yard line. Montejano gets the play. And this will be interesting if they get a first down and get four more plays and keep the ball out of the hands of the Spartans. Marco Esqueda on a jet sweep to the left side. He gets a first down and takes it inside the 20. There's penalty flags, but not after he picks up 15 yards. Marco Esqueda on an excellent run. Looks like they're bringing it back. Or maybe not. It looks like it's going against Calexico. Maybe not. Maybe it's going against Central. They're moving it back. Face mask. Holding.
Well, John, you can't say enough about the outstanding officiating that we've experienced all season, and certainly tonight with this crew representing the Imperial Valley Football Officials Association, headed by the white hat referee Jesse J.J. Jackson, his umpire James Bentley, the head linesman is Bruce Hartsock, the line judge is John Robb, and the back judge Michael Garcia.
Gives the Bulldogs a 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another outstanding crew.
Outstanding crew indeed. Noel Gastelum in the backfield. Marco Esquer, that's Andrew Rivera, fumbles the exchange, but falls back on it and saves it for the Bulldogs, but a loss of 4 yards, 5 yards. They'll move it back to the 16.
And Elijah Acevedo there to quickly pounce on Rivera.
They're calling a timeout. You know, Vic, that we've got Bulldogs played a better game than I expected, although the score does not reflect, the drives that they had and the time of possession that they took off the clock. They could have had a touchdown, but they on the south end zone, and then the one was taken away here. So, it could have been a different outcome.
Well, could have, would have, and should have, but you got to give credit to the Spartan defense for holding the Bulldogs at bay after giving up that score in the first quarter, giving the Bulldogs their 7 points as they march down the field, mixing the run with the pass, and credit the offense of the Central Spartans as they responded with that electrifying kickoff return by Artie Estrada, the big play reception by receiver Emiliano Morales for 85 yards, and then just their special teams and their overall defense led by linebacker Josuel Rodriguez, that standout linebacker for the Spartans, wearing jersey number 12.
3rd and 12 for the Bulldogs. The ball at the 16-yard line. Why would it be 3rd and 12? 3rd and goal, I should say. And the pass intended there for
number 29 of Calexico, Jose Ortega, a sophomore.
Bring up a 4th down with 1.5 minutes to go.
That was a well-designed play. Looked good from the snap to the quarterback and to the throw.
No execution there.
The only thing missing was the completion.
Yep.
Penalty flag.
But there are some positives to take out of this game on the Calexico side of the ball, as well as the Spartan side, as they will be cruising into Imperial next week in preparation for the Bell game. So they're going to.
That's going to be a good matchup.
2-0, and once again, the Spartans are the team to beat, along with the Brawley Wildcats, the perennial challenger. As since David Rookie Peña has taken the helm at Central 7 years ago, this is his 7th season. They've only lost 2 league games in that span.
That's outstanding. It's credit to him and his staff for putting a strong team together. So, I'm looking forward to see what they do against the Imperial Tigers, though.
2nd and goal from the 27. Bobby Montejano steps up, looking, and tosses it incomplete. Looked like it was going to number 3, Leonel Canchola. Bring up a 3rd down with a 1:26 remaining.
3rd and goal.
So next week, Calexico travels to Southwest to take on the Eagles, and we'll probably be broadcasting that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, this broadcast is the sole property of VSN, the Valley Sports Network. Any reproduction or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the owners is strictly prohibited.
So 3rd and where are we, 27? 3rd and goal from the 27. Montejano breaks away from a possible sack and now has open field and lowers his shoulders and takes it inside the 10. Outstanding run by Bobby Montejano, who almost got sacked and broke away from the clutches of the Central defender.
That was a weird play. The defensive line stopped for a second there, thinking the play was dead, and Bobby Montejano just took it upfield and ran it for a good positive amount of yards.
So this is this is the last chance the Bulldogs are going to get in this game at the 7-yard line. 4th and goal. Another timeout, Calexico.
Got to end it positive here for the Bulldogs and get in the end zone and find a way with 38 seconds to at least give you another touchdown.
So have we looked at our Burgers and Beer player of the game, Vic?
We sure have. You want us to call it out now?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, well, from the offensive end, we have Artie Estrada, number 9, that standout wide receiver that caught excellent passes here in the game and electrified the crowd with that kickoff return to really be the nail in the coffin for the Bulldogs in the first quarter to respond to the Bulldogs score with that kickoff return. And then on defense, Josué Rodriguez, wearing jersey number 12, the mainstay on that tough Spartan defense, headed by Joey Denton, the defensive coordinator. So congratulations to those 2 outstanding players. I'll be making my way downfield at the conclusion of the game to present those $50 gift certificates. And we'd like to thank Jaime Honol and Burgers and Beer for making all of this possible.
One more time, Bobby Montejano doesn't break away this time, and it is a sack, and Central will take over. And so Central will go next week. Or who does Central have next week?
They'll be playing Imperial.
Okay, and Calexico and Southwest. And Brawley would, on the 13th, has a
bye?
No, Brawley plays Imperial.
Okay, so Central has a bye.
So Central will have a bye next week.
So are we doing the Southwest Calexico game?
Yeah, we'll probably be doing that
or
one.
Are we going to the Desert League?
No, we'll do the Southwest and Calexico. That'll be a good matchup.
So it's Imperial against Brawley.
Mm-hmm. That may be on a Thursday night. I'm not sure. We're going to find out how the referee situation is. 10 seconds and counting. And ladies and gentlemen, for all practical purposes, this is the end of the football game with a score: Central 34, Calexico 7. And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
Could you use help with your electric bill? Imperial Irrigation District, your public power provider, offers several payment assistance programs. Our income-qualified customers can save up to 20 or 30% on their electric bill and also receive assistance if they face service disconnection for non-payment. For assistance, call us at 1-800-303-7756. Visit one of our customer service centers or find us online at iid.com. IID, where customers always come first.
Well, we're back here live at our post-game show. Calexico Central, the second league game of the 2023 season, with Central coming out on top, going into 2-0 in, or what? They're 1-0, right? In league, Central. Well, Calexico's 0-2, we know that.
No, Central's 2-0. They beat Southwest last week, 42-6.
City championship.
And they defeated Calexico tonight. So they're 2-0. They'll have a bye week next week. And Brawley will be playing Imperial, and Calexico will be journeying up to El Centro to take the Southwest Eagles along the freeway of Interstate 8.
We saw a well-coached Central team tonight that took advantage of Calexico's mistakes and bringing up their score 34-7 against Calexico.
Well, I mean, Central did a great job with the mixing in the run and the pass and getting the quarterback out in space, getting the ball to the receivers quickly, and also a big play over the top. Offensively, they show you that they could hit you from different phases, run, pass, quick outs, deep. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do against the other two top teams in the Imperial Valley League. The Bulldogs, unfortunately, they struggled at some points, but they also were able to sustain a couple of drives, which is a really positive thing for them. So they go into Southwest, both 0-2, and they'll have a chance to redeem themselves this week coming up against the Southwest Eagles. So you just can't make mistakes when you're playing a team like the El Centro Spartans. They got to play mistake-free football in order for them to compete and win a game.
Well, history repeats itself for the Calexico Bulldogs year in and year out, as they have had a tough time to go against the Central Spartans and the Brawley Wildcats and the newcomer, the Imperial Tigers, and they found success against the Southwest Eagles, who they're going to play next week. So they've finished their league play the last several years 1-3, and then go into the CIF off that because these other teams are in lower divisions. So as a result, Calexico has an upward battle to conclude the season, as I'm going to go down, make my way down to present the player of the games before the Spartans leave the field.
And thank you, Vic. I'd like to thank all our viewers tonight, our program director, Will Torres at VSN Sports, our technician in the booth, Jose Alejos. We had some difficulty for a little while, but we got through with the help of our program director, Will Torres. Again, thank you, Luis Panchito Garcia. And, of course, all the people that make our broadcast possible. Our sponsors, we'd like to thank you very much. Join us next week from the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night, when VSN South will travel to Southwest to call the Southwest Calexico game. It's their homecoming. You can catch it live here on VSN. Again, tonight's final score, Central 34, Calexico 7. For Victor Carrillo and Butch Morales, this is John Moreno of Bulldog Media, bringing you live coverage of Imperial Valley football for the last 30 years and saying good night on VSN.